Hey, what's up? So, I'm Barry Gaines. I'm the director of a web series called A World of Worlds, and writer, and editor, and cameraman, and sound designer. Do several things, but I have a great cast behind me. Anyway, so let's, what I want to do is I'm going to hang out, wait for some people to come on, and I don't really do this much. You know, I'm mostly behind the scenes and doing what I got to do. Hold on for a second. I think my light's a little too bright. So, yeah. All right. So I won't look like a cloud. All right. So who's out there? Who's out there? All right. So I got one person watching. That's cool. That's cool. So I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit and see who wants to come on and see what's happening. I'm over here just still editing the movie. We have, just let you know what's happening is that, you know, we got four shows coming, but I'm going to update you on all that stuff. I'm going to let you know what's been happening. So let's hang out for a little bit first. See anybody wants to come on and watch or whatever. And if you have any questions about the production, what I'm doing, what the cast is doing, what this whole thing is about, like what the hell are you doing? I'll explain all that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun when you hear what we're doing, what we have planned. So it's going to be quite cool. It's going to be quite cool. And you know, we have a lot of things going on, you know, and I'm just watching people come on and everything. So what I want to do, like I said, I really don't do this much, so I'm just going to hang out with you guys. And if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and ask. If anybody's been following me and following my production and following what we're doing, I'm quite sure some of you guys may have questions. And so I'm just here, just hanging, chilling, you know, seeing who wants to come on and hang and find out what's happening. I'm really excited to, you know, to inform people what's going on, what's going to happen, keep you guys up to date and all that good stuff. So I see some people are on just hanging. That's good. Let's wait for some more. See if anybody else wants to hang up, you know. I'll be here for a while. So I'm not those cats that come on for like about, you know, 10 minutes and they out. You know, it's kind of like, well, what the hell happened? Like, what was he talking about? They ain't watched the recap. People got no time watching no recap. So that's why I'm over here just like, all right, I'm going to be here for a little bit. I'm just going to sit here and, I don't know, just rant, rave, talk, explain, answer questions. I may ask you questions, so get ready to answer. Trust me, probably will. So let's see who comes on. Anybody else on? Anybody else on? No. I get it once, twice, 3 times. Let's see who's on. Now listen, it's a funny time right now because you know why? You got a lot of people coming home from work, getting kids together, trying to get people, trying to eat something. You know, and I figured it'd be a good time. You know, you see me come on, have something to eat. You might as well watch a brother just rant for a little while. So, and then talk about what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, you know what? Let me start with this. Give people time to come on and see that I'm on talking and everything else. So if some of you don't know much about me, like, you know, who I am and where I come from and like who's this all about and stuff. My name is Barry Gaines, as you know, right? So I am from Far Rockaway, New York. I've been filming plenty of films, like a little fun films since I was 10 years old. I mean, I got stuff when I was 10 years old when my voice was like this, and I was like, hey, everybody's go, hey. Everything sounded like that. I'm not too far from now, but hey, that's how it was. It was kind of cool. So since I was 10 years old, I've been starting like doing filming with friends, just on the weekends, having a good time. You know, my first love was music, so I was in hip hop band for a while, you know, and we went out there, did shows. I was a DJ. You know, went out there battling. If anybody knows about about battling, DJing and went back in the days, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was doing, you know what I'm saying? Doing the tricks and whatnot, winning and losing. I mean, I won receivers and whatnot. I won a few bucks, lost a few dollars. But that's how it was, you know, back in the days of Far Rockaway, Queens, New York. And I was everywhere. I went to school, high school at Bishop Loughlin, which is in Brooklyn, right off of Flatbush, if anybody's familiar with New York. And for a while, you know, I just kind of hung out there. I used to work for Virgin Records as a publicist, so I had some experience doing that. That was a whole other roller coaster. That was That was crazy, but that was fun. I mean, that's what really got me into the whole world of entertaining, entertainment, understanding the guts of it, not just looking at the glitz and glam and the lights, but really finding out the good and the bad behind it, what to do, what not to do, who to speak to, who not to speak to. You start to learn that real quick. And if you don't, you learn real quick, when you're broke or someone slams the door in your face, or when something good happens so fast, you're not ready for it and you drop it. So all these things, over time kind of taught me. And then from there, I worked in a club called Le Bar Bat, which is in New York. This is all in New York, by the way, you know what I'm saying? And I was assistant manager for like 1.5 years to 2, depending on how you do it, because then we was going through, problems and things like that. Anyway, it was a high-end cabaret that was over 57th Street. And it was a great time. I met a lot of celebrities, met a lot of people, had some really good times, you know what I'm saying? Some real good nights. You dig? For real. Club life is different, bro. So it was good times, And then eventually, I wanted to leave, and then I left to Virginia like in '96, just after my grandma passed away. And then after that, I lived there for a little while, and next thing you know, I started to really get back into like filmmaking. I started to buy a camera and everything else, and started to get back into it because I got out of it for a while. It's just kind of like, I'm in the industry for a minute. I'm doing a whole bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? And yo, what's up, Rod? What's up, baby? What's up? I see everybody here, Carl and everyone. Craig, hey Craig, what's up? Listen to me, right? Hey, get these people out there, Craig. Craig knows who he is. Get them listening, see what I'm all about. Your Rod, keep spinning, brother, keep spinning. And so, after I went to Virginia and started to do some filming on the side, just like regular work, like film jobs and filming weddings and all that stuff. And I found out real quick, I do not like filming weddings. Good God. So I was like, okay. So then I moved back to New York in 2001, just in time for 9/11, unfortunately, because I was in the city at the time. Terrible time. And then a couple years later, I decided to go back to Virginia, and that's when I met my wife, and bought a house and everything else, living it up, and I slowed down again. And that's on me. But I just wanted things, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted a house, I wanted things. And I just wasn't concerned right now about doing the film stuff for a while, because it does take a lot out of you. You gotta understand, man, film is not like a photography. I mean, it is in its own world, but filmmaking is it's a big ordeal. And, it takes a lot out of you, and you have to be ready for it. You first of all, you have to have a lot of energy, and you have to be focused. Not focused for 3 or 4 months, not focused for a year. You got to focus for years, like every day, all day, and then all day, all the time. So anyway, so I did that. So I started to say, you know what? Let me start filming again a little bit for side money. So I started doing that. And next thing you know, I moved here to Florida in 2014. And then after, I just started to say, you know what, get my job. I got my new house. I got my car. I'm feeling good and everything. I got stuff I wanted. And it was that, my wife came to me and said, listen, if you want to do the film, you want to do your film, yo, are you going to wait till you're 80, 70? It's going to take you a couple years to do this. So you might as well start now. And I was like, you know what, babe? Yes. Yeah, you're right. So if it wasn't for my wife, Nicole, I probably won't be here talking to you now so soon. So much kudos to her. You know what I mean? So I got together. So I went out there and just like broke the bank, bro. I went out there, got the camera that was like best cost-effective film camera that was out. Had some good reviews. The Black Magic Cinema 4K cam. If you guys know about that, that's what I have. That's what I use. Just one. So you need for now. So I got that, and I went out there, man. I just wrote a script. Thought about an idea. The script took me about like a month to write. Next thing you know, I was like, I don't know anybody in Florida, bro. I mean, I know people, but I mean, I don't have like a crew like I had back home. I'm like by myself. I'm like, yo, who's out here, man? So I'm like, all right, let me see what the deal is. So I went out, started talking to people. So I see what's up with Florida. See how these cats roll. See how people talk, walk, how they think. I tell you what, I'm loving it. You know why? A brother like me from New York don't get to speak to owners of businesses all the time. I could just roll up in a business, like, I don't know, like a store or a building, and even, whatever, and just ask, like, may I speak to the owner or whatever, because I have some type of an idea, or I want to speak to him about, I don't know, something, anything. And they say, okay. I'm like, word? So, I mean, that helped me a lot. So I was like, okay. So I went ahead, man, and I used that, you know? And so I went out there and just started knocking on doors. I was able to speak to some owners because I needed, you know, I needed a place to film, you know? I needed spots. I needed locations, you know? And I didn't have any money. I'm just a cat coming over here with an idea. And you know what? That's what I'm talking about. Persistence, focus. That's what I did. And I went out there and got some places. And next thing you know, I said, well, I need actors. Hello, I can't just fill a wall. So I went out there, went on Craigslist, you know, got some people, you know, I got a great crew. The first person that said yes to me was my villain who plays in my movie now, Daniel Pellissier. So give a much big up to that brother. That's the first brother that said, what up, you know? Yo, Anthony, what's up, man? And so I was like, okay, so you're my villain, like you're my only one now. So, and then after that, you know, he recommended some other people that he thought I might like. I did. Those people were Grace Vitale and her brother. You know, it was, you know, and I just started to go on from there and started to meet other people and, you know, interview them or whatever. And I was able to do the first episode. You know, we was able to get a bar and a plane, a building for a day, well, a floor anyway, the whole building, but a whole floor still. Hey, yo, that ain't getting that in Queens, yo, for real. So that's what we did. And we put it all together. And, you know, as fast, as crude as it was, whatever, I had a big idea. You know, this story is a really, really big idea. So I said, let's see what we can do. So went out there, just guerrilla filming, man. A lot of times, you know, it's getting out there, trying to get as much as we can done. And we did it, you know, we did it. I mean, it was a hell of a cast. I had, you know, a Daphne Bless, who's my star, and she's from Miami. She came 3 hours down to film and whatnot. I got my boy Rob Rios in Orlando. That's an hour and a half to 2 from his house to me to film this movie. You know, like I said, Daniel Pellissier as the villain. That guy Grace Vitale as the blood-sucking, you know, psychopath warrior who's a bad girl who's, you know, Syl's concubine. You know, in the first one, I mean, those are like the main guys. And that was it. You know, I never really had to, I'm not that guy that's like, yo, I have to wait till like everything is right or I gotta get all the money and you gotta make sure that I get this, I get that, I gotta get my prop. I'm like, what are you waiting for? I'm like, when it comes to filmmaking, man, it's a camera and whoever's in front of it. You know, I'm not the kind of guy to keep waiting. I'll worry about that later on. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the idea out. Let me put it together. I could always do it over, but you know, time is not gonna wait for you. You know, next thing you know, you're like a year older, 2 years older, 3 years older, 4 years older. Next thing you know, you're like, damn, really, I got to hurry up. Well, you know what? You should have did it first, you know, however you're going to do it and move on. Anyway, that's what I did. So that's a quick overview of like who I am. Now, for the meat of it. So, y'all know probably watching me every now and then saying, yo, what is this cat doing with like all of these like posters and whatnot, and you kind of throw them out there, and it's been like a year, actually over a year, and you're like, it's coming soon, it's not coming soon, and it's coming soon, and like, I don't see anything. Like, yo, what the deal, you know? And I'm like, yeah, if you guys don't know about filmmaking, welcome to the world of filmmaking. Behind the scenes, if you've been following me. This is what happens, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? And hey, Wendy, what's up, girl? Wendy is going to make my poster. And I'll get to that later. So everyone, big up to Wendy, W. Emmett. Well, W. Emmett, my name is Wendy. So say what's up. So, yeah. So what I did was I decided to continue with this story. You know, and continue, you know, moving on and everything. So I went ahead and casted more people, you know, and now what you see, like I was saying, like what's going on is just, you know, cast more people, things happen, people come on, people drop off. You know, it's an issue at times. But let me get back to what I was trying to get to. So you guys are saying, yo, what's up? When is it ever going to come out? Like, what the hell? You know? And I'm like, yo, I feel you. I'm the same way. I feel you. You know why? Because when you depend on people, you know where I'm going with this, guys, is screw stuff up. And like, listen, it's not like I have a budget. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm waiting for a budget. I'm waiting for a sugar mama or something like that, you know, coming in to save the day. Like, yo, here's your money. Boom, you can go for it. I'm like, yo, I'm just a cat saying, listen, I got a great idea. I got a kick-ass idea. I got a kick-ass crew, you know, and I have to drive to do it. I'm just going to do it and worry about everything else later. And what held me back was the effects. I had everything filmed. It takes time to get everybody together because people have families. You know, they got lives, they got jobs, you know, just like me. And so you're trying to get like a couple of people all together at one time, and you need these people like probably like 9 times. And within the year, the year goes real fast. Because it's not like I'm getting once a month. You get it like once every 2 months, and then you get it in 3 months. And you may get it twice in 1 month, maybe if you're lucky, like I did one time. And then one person another actor may be doing something else, so you're trying to kind of incorporate everybody the same day, and you got to see how much time you got. So that's why it took a long time. And but one of the biggest reasons is, what's up, Michael? Michael Vignola said, what up to my man, Michael Vignola. He's my composer for the new World of Worlds episodes. So give him a big shout out. Trust me, you're going to love the sounds. I mean, that really just kind of encapsulates a lot of the moments. It's kick-ass. But before I get into all that, let me just continue. Anyway, so I film everything. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Wendy. I know you're working on a poster, girl. I know. I got you. I know you're good. I'm just trying to get people updates. So you keep doing what you're doing. Because trust me, you're going to have a lot of people looking at your stuff on this side of the world. Dig what I'm saying? And what's up, Nicole? Nicole Johnson. Say what up to my Nicole Johnson. She has done all of the makeup for all of the episodes that are coming up. So keep that in mind, guys. Say what's up to my girl, Nicole Johnson. Big up to her. And what's up, Nicole? I know. I'm giving an update for everybody to see what the deal is, letting everybody know about you and everyone else. Because normally I don't do too much of this live, but I'll be doing more often later on. You know what I'm saying? This is something I really want to start doing. I really want to start talking to people, let you guys know what's happening. Anyway, let me get to what I was talking about. So anyway, my big delay was the effects. You see, I had someone that was able to do the effects as I was filming, because I knew how much time it would take. I got a lot of effects in this, you know, and I want it right. This is like a big resume for everybody that's involved, all the actors, everyone behind. I said, this is a big resume, you know? And so I had somebody, and next thing you know, it's like I was the nice guy. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, it's getting too bright. Hold on. Yeah, okay, that's a little better. I keep looking like a doggone cloud. Or maybe, well, I think I still am. Hold up. All right. All right, that should be better. Yeah, all right, cool. Because you guys see me, so I have to have some light. This little light above me ain't saying much. Anyway, so let's get down to the story. So, let's dig this. So, like I was saying, the effects took time because I had somebody, and I was a nice guy. I was like, listen, you know, let's do the effects as we go along, okay? Because it's going to take time to do all of this. It's not going to be 1, 2, 3. So you can take your time, you know, because he had another job, had a wife, and all that, and had a kid. I get all that. You know, I said, that's cool. I don't want to mess all that up. So the whole year, because I'm the nice guy. You see what happens sometimes? Being the nice guy, the year comes out, we're all done. Everything is finished. It was a huge project. Huge. I mean, I can't even tell you how big it was and how hard it was for like all my whole crew just to kind of get this done. The dedication that they had to do this is incredible. Trust me. You know, a lot of hard work, a lot of practice, all that. You know what I'm saying? Why am I getting so much bright light? Good Lord. Okay, hold on. Let me try this again. One more time, guys. One more time. I'm not, as you see, not the best cinematographer in the world. All right. Is this right? Is there still an issue? Yep, still an issue. All right. So we're going to do one of these. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it looks, well, anyway, it's an iPhone thing. All right, yeah, Michael, I know. But I want to see me. Hey, listen, so anyway, so it didn't work out. At the end of the day, yo, thanks, Rod. It's going to be cool, man. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Thanks, Rod. Hey, anyway, Rod, I got real quick. I got to give a big up to my man, Rod Sheems, the guy who taught me how to mix back in the days and stuff. And my man's still spinning. So much love to him. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know how to spin, for real. So, but anyway, so I was waiting for this guy like all this year. Next thing you know, it comes at the end of the year, nothing was really done. And I'm like, come on, bro. I mean, we got so much to do. And so that fell off. And I'm like, really? I mean, that pushed me back like almost a year. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, you get that, right? You know? And I mean, it pushed me back so much. And I'm like, come on, man. So then I'm like, okay, now I got to start from scratch. Now I have to go out and find somebody else. Now I've been promoting this bad boy, as you know, for a whole freaking year. Okay? You know, doing all this, all the headaches, all the broke days, I'm over there just like sucking on water and eating crackers just to kind of get this going. It's on me. It's just, I'm paying for everything, you know? But I can't not say that also I had my girl Daphne Bless send some money in too. So, you know, she had my money, I had my money. So we, you know, making this work, and we did. So I get much big up to that, you know? And yeah, I know, Nicole, that just pushes us back, girl. I know. But you know what? I think it all turns out for the best. Because let me tell you this, I make a long story short, even if it's too late, is I went out and found somebody else. Then I find somebody else, and then they don't go and do it. And that's like another like 2 months of trying to kind of get this rolling. And I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? So I'm telling you, man, people are slackers. Most people do not know how to do business, for real. I'm telling you right now. So then I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I have a new way of doing stuff. So I went ahead and I got two guys that was like, okay, they good enough. I can't afford like the big guys. All right, guys. I mean, effects take a long time and they're very difficult to do. And people would charge you out the ass, okay, just to do one little part, okay? So trust me, I already went through that. Then I was like, those guys weren't good enough. That's another 2 weeks behind. I'm like, okay, this is really tough stuff. And of course, people was like, hey, man, yo, use my man over here. Go call this cat over here. Call this. I'm like, do you have any idea what we're trying to do? Like, you really think I could call those like an actual company and say, yo, I need this done? They would come to me and say, okay, listen, it's going to cost you 12 grand. I'm like, I'm not sure. But I know there's a different way. So this is why you couldn't do it. But I was very fortunate to find a guy in India. His name is Prakash Kamarajan, right? Pardon me if I stumble over that word, but over his last name, but I'll eventually get it. But I came across him, and he was a godsend, and his stuff is on point. He did real Hollywood films like John Carter and Total Recall that came out a few years ago. But within that time, too, I had a composer that I needed just a sound that's like the next level. Because the first one was cool. You know, if you go to my site at gainsentertainment.com, right? You go to gainsentertainment.com, you can see the pilot. And I just needed the music to be better. And that was the guy that had before. Was a nice guy, you know, did it for free pretty much. But I just needed the extra level, and he just couldn't give it to me. And it was, you know, it's business. It is what it is. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? So I went ahead and hunched some more. This is all in between now. I mean, you know, things are already filmed and whatnot. You know, everyone's waiting, and I'm over here like, oh my God, everything, all of the rocks are falling and whatnot. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying to juggle and whatnot. I'm like, come on, you know, it's just got to be easier than this. So, but it's not. But I went ahead and looked around, and then I came across this cat named Michael Vignola in Staten Island. Now he did reach out to me in the beginning of my first one, but I already had a composer, but, you know, so I just, you know, I stuck to the guy I had, and that's it. So next thing you know, a year and a half later comes along, and this Michael Vignola guy comes along, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. I was like, man, he sounds really good. I don't know. I mean, hope I can do something with this. You know, I mean, I can afford this. But Michael, we spoke. Michael's really cool, down to earth, and we're from the same area pretty much. I mean, he's in Staten Island, from Queens, but we're still in the same 5 boroughs. But anyway, so we talked and everything. We vibed really well, and he showed me what he had, what he can do for me, and I tell you what, that right there really, really kind of helped lift, really lift just everything I'm doing. And so if you guys are out there, want to do a movie or whatever, or you just need a good tune or something like that, call my man Michael Vignola, because, it was very lucky to meet him, even Prakash, because you got to understand, it's art, right? So if people don't see it the way you do, or don't hear it the way you do, it's harder to do anything. I don't care what business you're doing. It's just harder when you can't vibe with the next guy. And you trying. It just doesn't work. I was really fortunate to find people I can vibe with, people that I can actually say, hey, listen, I think I want it like this, and they already like, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And then when I hear it, I'm like, yo, it's better than I thought it was. That's very fortunate. That's luck. That's just people seeing the light, seeing your light, and saying, you know what? Oh, that's the light I'm looking for. And they come to you, and they just grab on. So this is what happens. So I was very, very lucky with that. And, but also too, I want to go back and just talk about the cast that I have too. I mean, first of all, I just wanted to hold up because the cast that I have is actually absolutely magnificent, and it took a lot to get, not a lot to get them, but I had to be careful of like who's coming together, because we already had people who kind of wasn't really supposed to be with us, and it broke off, and I think it was a good thing. You think what I'm saying? That was a good thing. So right now I have a hellified cast. So I'm going to run down their names. You ready for this? Now we got a pretty good cast now, as opposed to the first one, okay? So let's do this. So let's say big up to my girl, Daphne Avery Bless, that she's in Miami, okay? She's my star, right? And then you have Rob Rios, who is the king in this, the first one anyway. So I'll tell you about the story. If you're not sure about it yet, I'll tell you that in a minute, okay? And then you have Grace Vitale, who is the sociopath and concubine to a man, Syl being played by my boy Daniel Pelliser, okay? And then I have some new characters coming along as opposed to I had in the first one. So one of the new characters is the Painted God, played by Maria Levy. Maria Levy is going to be in all pink. It's going to be bad. Girl's bad, man. Girl's bad. These girls are bad. And then I go down to my man Zachary Vasquez. My man Zachary Vasquez is actually playing a guy named 10 and 5. 10 and 5 is just a beast. Beard and the whole thing, mountain man type of thing. It's kind of cool. Wait till you see what he can do. It's freaking crazy, yo. And then you go to see the someone that kind of gives levity to the whole story, and that's going to be Desiree Rosbeck, and she plays a character named Chip, aka Mia Bello. And she plays the, what's up, Cynthia? I haven't seen you in a while. What's up, girl? I see people still watching and whatnot. What's up, Faith? Now, Faith was one of my first makeup girls, so Faith knows what the deal is. She's seen all this. That's Rob Rios' wife. So if you see Faith Rios, you say what up to her. Okay? So what's up, Faith? So, yeah. So now, and then after that, then I had some new cats come on. So you got to figure. Now, I have the people behind the scenes, okay? I have a woman named Nicole Johnson that I told you before. Now, Nicole is a makeup artist. She's young, but she's a makeup artist. She does a really great job. But also, too, I was looked at her. I was like, you need to be in front of the camera, And she was like, all right. So now she's actually playing one of the characters in the movie itself. So when you're in this production in Gaines Entertainment, you're going to do, like, a couple of things. So maybe later on, if anybody here is looking and want to be down the weather, trust me, you're not going to just be doing one thing. You'll be doing a couple things. Why? Because we're not big enough to be concentrating on one thing. We're small, so we have to kind of do everything, So anyway, so Nicole got in there. She got in front of the camera, and then boom, she crushed it. And then we got a new cat, guy named Clinton Bailiff. He's playing a guy named Orrin with some secret power, secret deal going on with him. So he did a great job as well, And then I had another new cat coming on named Sean Genther. Sean Genther's been acting for a while, and he plays a guard, and he plays somebody on the side. Excuse me. And then I got my boy named Theodore Burt. He's doing everything. My man he's the prop master. He is a guard guard 1. He gets clipped, but he's guard 1. And then also, too, he does the sound. So, yeah, that's how I roll. I mean, if you can't juggle, you can't be down with us for real. You know what I'm saying? So everyone's doing everything. We're doing all we can with like no money. You dig what I'm saying? So, but I think we did a lot with like no money when you guys eventually get to see it, you know? So, I know you guys are probably asking, some of you already know, like, what is this about? Like, I see stuff, but what the hell is it about? Now, of course, my crew knows what it's all about. But those few of you out there that's looking, let me just tell you in short what it's about. I don't want to ramble on too much because it's a big, big story. It's an epic story. I think it's going to be a kick-ass story. So let's start. Y'all ready? You ready? All right. Here we go. So this whole thing starts off in a parallel universe on a planet named Rasir. Parallel. All right. So this world named Rasir has magic powers. Everyone has magic. All right. That's like an everyday thing. Okay. Well, 2,000 years prior, there was a warlock, a gifted warlock named Yaziel. Now, at this time, the world was protected, predominantly anyway, by 4 major art forms. I call them art forms, you can call them magic, but I call them art forms, right? These 4 major art forms were mastered by 3 kings and 1 queen. Each had their own, so each of them had their own powers, okay? So they protected their side of the world with that special powers, the most powerful, and they're gifted, and that is what they do, okay? That's their thing. Well, Yaziel comes along and say, yo, I want to learn that. Somehow this cat starts to learn their art forms, and he's a prodigy, so he kind of, he doesn't really master all of them, but he's really close. So he comes around and he starts to build an army of war. Okay, and started to take over towns and villages. So, of course, these kings are like, whoa, 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 who is this guy coming along? You know, destroying our crops, destroying our trade, destroying people, destroying just races of people. You know, so they come along, they get together, and they go ahead and they kill him, Bailey. Because the guy knows everything. He's countering everything. So just think of like the new Avengers coming out. You know what I'm saying? You know, battling. I can't even think about his name right now. But just think of it like that. And they're all trying to get him in, and he's just countering everything. And they barely got him. So anyway, they kill him and they throw him under the ground about 200 miles below ground. Okay. Now it comes to this day. Now one of the kings named Zahian Korean, who's played by Rob, by the way. He goes to all 4 of them. He's like, listen, guys, we cannot let anyone know or teach anybody our art forms at all. If anybody was to get a hold of this art forms of any of ours and use it for bad, they can destroy everything that we love. So he just, it was just such a bad time that he decided to say, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're not going to teach it to our kids. We're not going to teach it to anybody. But what we're going to do is have a stone. We're going to put an essence into this stone. Okay? And anybody who finds this stone in the future and needs our help due to our planet being in peril, they'll find our reincarnated bodies of that age. So that's what they do. So now we rush 2,000 years later to present day, and now there's a warlock named Syl being played by Daniel Pellicer, and he is gifted, and he knows about the legend. But hold up. It's a parallel universe. So this universe too also has cars and computers and things like that. There's power, everyone still has powers. The power is generated from the core of the planet. So the more educated you are to know how to pull the power from the core of your planet, the bigger and stronger you are. Well, people are kind of lazy nowadays, so they don't really use their powers as much. But Syl does. So Syl's really into the ancient arts, and he knows about this legend of Yaziel, and he said, you know what, if I can find those 4, if I can learn those 4 powers, those 4 magic art forms, then I can control everything. So he gets together with ambassadors and leaders of the world. They get together and they just start destroying everything, taking over everything, just being a dictator, just becoming another world order, okay? So within this process, a woman named Sophia Hayden, who was a commander of one of the fallen cities that they destroyed, knows about this legend, about Yaziel and everything else, but knows about the legend of the 3 kings and 1 queen, which they called themselves, they didn't call themselves, the villagers start to call them the Royal 4. They were always known as the Royal 4. So she knows, she finds the stone, and the stone is going to lead her to each one of them. But it doesn't lead them to exactly to the person. It kind of leads her into like an area. but that's between Resir and Earth. She could do a bridge, you know, so you're going through like not time, but just a place. Earth doesn't know about us, but people in Resir know about Earth, and they can really give a damn about us, but we don't know nothing about them. So she bridges back and forth. But right now, her goal is to find the first one and just help as much as she can, try to get these kings back so they can help her, you know, just reclaim the planet, just save the planet from all this tyranny. So the first person she finds is Rob Rios. Rob! He's playing Eric Wilson of today, okay? And really he is a High Korean. So that's the first person she finds. And then after that, there goes to the adventure. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Greg? Haven't seen you in a while, brother. Nice. What's up? And so that's pretty much of it in a nutshell. Just, you know, not to get into all the other stuff. That's pretty much it. So it's really about, you know, Sophia Hayden trying to find the reincarnated kings of today. Now, the twist on this is this. It's not like, you know, I find you and whatnot, and I'd be like, yo, Michael, you're the king. You're like, really? Word? Let's go out and do this. Nah, it's not that fast. It's like someone coming to you and saying, yo, you're the queen or you're the king. We need your help. And you're like, are you crazy? You're a crazy person. I'm going to call the cops. That's pretty much what it is. She has to bring them back. She has to try to help them find who they are, to try to remember them, try to remember who they are. And the easiest way to do it is to bring them back to Resir, have their essence kind of link again with the planet, because in the planet, they call her mother. That's what they call the planet, mother. And their essence, their DNA kind of syncs with the planet. And she's hoping that would strike a nerve, strike something in him that would make him remember who he is, so she can help and so they can find the other three. So that's the big kind of subplot in it as well. It's not that Edith just brings him over and say, you're the king. We say, okay, let's roll. It's not like that. So it's a lot of push and pull, you know, and Sophia is pretty much the rock, the glue to keep everything together, because she's the one who knows about this legend. She's one of the only ones that believe in this legend, and she's going out there doing her best to try to help the planet as much as she can, because no one else can. Everyone's being enslaved. Everybody is dying. Everyone is going to the bad side just to live, you know, and so she's the only one who wants to go out there and fix this. And the only way to fix it is to find the legendary royal four. So there you go, you know. So it's a badass movie when we have a bunch of characters that are just kind of running around. I mean, there's fighting. There is, of course, you know, action. There's blood. There's everything I think that everybody will like to look at. And this is not for kids. But at the same time, you know, it's fun to look at. You're going to have magic in there. You're going to have action. You're going to have cool acting. You're going to have sexy people. You're going to have everything you need, bro. For real, you know? So, you know, I see you, brother. Hey, Faith, I see you too. So, you know what? No one has really seen, like, any of the scenes yet, because I'm still working on them. And they're almost done. Episode 2 is almost done. I have about 10 shots left, so it's like really almost done, okay, to get done. And I'm gonna release episode 2, and I'm gonna have like a premiere, like an online premiere actually. You know, I'm gonna do that first. You know, have an online premiere, go back on like I am now, and say, hey, y'all want to see it? But check this out. You got like one day to check it out for free, because then eventually I'm gonna put it on the web and just put it on one of those OTT or VOD sites and see what people say, you know, see what people want to look at it and know more about it. So there's 4 episodes coming to you. So this to give you an idea of like some of the effects and stuff like that, like what it looks like kind of, you know, because it's independent, it's just us doing it. Let me show you a little bit. All right, let's see. Well, you tell me. Episode, you're right. You can see episode 1 on my website. Just go to gainsentertainment.com. That's it. And it's on there for free. So you can see that first one. The others won't be for free, but that one is. And that's the first one. You know what I'm saying? So, who wants to see a bit of some of the stuff that we've done so far? Let me know. Who wants to see something? If you want to see it, let me know. If you don't want to see anything, then just say, I don't want to see anything. So what's the deal? Say yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. If I want to play it, and if I play it, I want to play it once. So, all right. So Rod says one. I need one more. I need one more person to make this legit. I need one more person to say, yo, I want to see something like anything. Like anything. All right. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to show it. Whoever don't see it, don't see it. All right. So here we go. You ready? It's a little piece. All right. You may be able to hear it. You may not. But all right, check it out. It's real quick. It's just a little quick thing. All right. Ready?
Yes, Miss Clarissa.
Good. What's your name?
Orin.
Oren, you will take over Cyphel's role. Find information on any nearby resistance groups and what role Cyphel played in them. You have 2 weeks to report back to me. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes, thank you, Miss Clarissa. I won't let you down.
Of course. Your life depends on it. Go. Begin!
All right. And that's it. So that is a little piece, of what we did. And I'll probably show you some other stuff too soon. But yeah, so that's a little piece of what we did. And we always look into for people to kind of help us out, donate. Things like that, because we want to keep doing this, and being that it's all on pretty much my dime, and whoever can kind of donate to us, that's what we need, And hey, Lucida, what's up, girl? I'm going to show more stuff. I'll show some other things for you, okay? I'll show some other stuff, but because I don't want to leave it out too much yet. You think what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so this is what we're doing so far. I think we're doing a really good job, especially with not having anything but just our passion, our focus to do exactly what we want to do, how we want to do it, within the means and the resources that we have to do it. That is all we can do. But I think we did a pretty good job. I hope that people out there and you guys will enjoy it, And yeah, spread the word, Lucida. I appreciate that, girl, for real. That's going to help us a lot. Yeah, definitely get it out there, because this is real. And the story is big. You think what I'm saying? I mean, you heard what the story's about. And it's fun. I mean, it's gonna be a kick-ass. Like, you haven't heard a story like that, like, whenever, because we need something new. We need something that's not regurgitated from the '60s, or trying to kind of take a bit of Star Wars or somewhere else and trying to make it into you. So yeah, it is, Lucida. I explained that in the beginning. Yeah, it is my life. It's my passion. This is what I do. This is what I was made to do. I just waited a little too long maybe to do it, but you know what? I'm doing it. And that goes for anybody that has something out there they want to do, they do it too, So, yeah, so hell yeah. So this is what I'm all about, Also too, let me add something. Some of the people that you see in my film, and some of the people that are behind scenes in my film, in these 4 episodes and everything, have never done like film at all, really, And I like that, because I want people to at least have a chance to say, you know what? Let me, I always wanted to try to do it, but I mean, who's going to give me a chance, And yeah, Lucida, if that's the key, spread the word, girl. I got all this stuff over here. Yo, it's Sean. What's up, baby? I already gave you a big shout out. So if anyone sees Sean, get to say what up to my man Sean. My man Sean's in there doing 2 roles. I forgot to add that. Man Sean doing 2 roles. And you know what? I ain't going to tell you what 2 roles he's doing. When you see it, see what 2 roles you think Sean was in. That's it. So that'll be like an Easter egg. Sean know what I'm talking about. Sean kicked ass. So he new to the crew, and he did it. And that's what I'm saying. That's a big up for me. I have much respect on that. I mean, he got the respect of the crew saying, yo, you just came and you did all that? For real? All right. Because, let me ask them, too. I didn't say this, but my crew, my cast, my guys have been me almost 3 years. 3 years doing this. We all want this to happen. We know it's going to happen because we know how good it is. Like, we know how much fun people are going to watch to see this. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have to ask. Okay. Well, I don't know what that means, Lucida. But I will if you. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. But like I said, yeah. So it's one of those things, man. That the cast that I have, like I said, is incredible. Like I said, we've been together for 3 years. We got some new cast that's been with us for now a year and a half. And why would someone stay that long? I've been very fortunate, and very blessed to have people to believe in what I'm believing in, to understand and see the foresight of what we can do, because no one's doing this. Like, no one is doing like this. Now, I may have all the money and everything, but for me, it's, loyalty is big, and I'm big on that. And those that left, those that flew the coop or whatever needed to, that means you just kind of, you're just chipping off the rough edges. And it happens, and I think that it helps. And it happened, and the people that stay, that's your rock, that's your foundation. Because I tell you what, if you don't want to do it now at this level, like if you don't see it now at this level and you can't commit to anything at this level, hell, when you do make it, if you do, you're not going to do it when you get up there. You know why? You're going to have so many distractions. So this is why I know my crew, everyone I with, all my actors and actresses, the people behind the scenes and everything else, they're going to be all right. Like, we're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? And thank you, babe. Thank you, Lucita. Thank you, girl. I mean, that's what we need. We need positivity. We need energy coming our way. But like I said, this is going to be a kick-ass show, In fact, you know what? Let me get one more person on here before I show another scene. And this is show you the hard work that we did on this. We had actors, like most of our actors have never fought. Like, I have a fight scene that I choreographed myself. And no one ever really fought before. I mean, I grew up like rolling around in dirt and cutting myself and whatnot. Back in the days when I was growing up in Falcon Video with my man Philip Herman, who actually taught me how to film. I mean, my first films were with Philip Herman back in the days. A good friend of mine, actually my best friend right now, in Far Rockaway, Queens. So if it wasn't for him, I can tell you the truth, I probably won't be even filming. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, big up to my man Philip. Chip. So, but that's what it's all about. I mean, yeah. Okay. So I got one more person up there. Cool. What's up, Willie Harper? What's up, Willie? And thank you for coming on. Thank you for hanging out with the crew, seeing what's up, seeing what I'm talking about. And to those that just came on, just a few that did just come on, I'm just talking about where my movie stands right now. And right now is on the end stages of like trying to get the effects in. So episode 2 will be out. I know I've been saying that for a while, but trust me, with all the headaches I had to go through, all the people that came and left and dropped, and finally, I have somebody, cross my fingers. So far, so good. I'm just letting you know, so far, so good. We got a lot of the effects in, and we just have a few left. And you know what? It's to the point like this. I can say I want it out. Yo, I want it out, yo. But you know what it really is? I don't want it to come out prematurely. I'd rather wait another year if I had to and come out correct. Of course, then come out too soon and you guys would be like, oh, that shit ain't all that. Like, it ain't all that. I don't want that. I want people to say, it's fun. Either way, if you like it or not, once I put it out there, it's on you. Like, it's yours. Like, whatever you hear, it's yours. And I want to make sure it's right. So I'm not worrying about when it comes out. I'm just making sure when it does come out, it comes out correct. Because there's one thing that, since I'm the director and writer and everything, I'm the boss of everything, that I want to make sure that people who are participated in this, the people who put their blood, sweat, and tears, literally blood, sweat, and tears, in all facets of it, trust me when I say that, I want them to feel proud about what they did. Now, they're going to other productions and whatnot, doing other things, and that's cool. That's what you're supposed to do. But when it comes to my productions, like what we did, all the time they spent, that when it comes out, they feel proud of it. Like, yo, that's not good. And that's my responsibility. You think what I'm saying? That's my responsibility. And I want to make sure that the people who've been waiting or have seen it are saying, okay, is it ever going to come out? And when it does come out, you're like, okay, this mother better be cool, because damn, this guy's been talking this crap for like a long time. But you know what? This is about the love of filmmaking. It's all about the story. It's not about time, And besides, check this out. Have you noticed something? I want you all to all understand this. Have you noticed something? Any independent film that comes out, mostly, not all of them. I mean, you got others too that you haven't really seen. But most of them you see, right? Do they ever really do any sci-fi fantasy action? Why? Because it takes time. It takes a lot of time. You know, I mean, you got effects that cost money, time. You know, when you do a score for this, when you put the music down to these things, it's not putting down to like a scene of like a drama scene. Not saying it's any easier, but you know what? It's a little harder to do it. You know what I'm saying? There's more has to go into it because there's more going on in the scenes. If it's visually in the scenes, or you get the action, maybe you got some more effects go. Something's going on in the scenes, so it takes time, man. You know. So, you know, this is why they don't, but we are, and I feel very proud of that. We all do, you know, and that's why doing something at this level would take this much time, but be worth it. Trust me. Because, you know, we all ain't getting any younger. For real. You know what I'm saying? Do it now or don't do it at all. That's it. However it's going to take. So, all right. So I got, 9 people? Not bad for my little first, it's 9 people. But you know what? It's a dedicated 9. It's a cool ass 9. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worrying about the quantity. Hello, what is it about? The quality. That's right, quality of people, baby. So, so you know what? Let me show you a little something else. If you guys like to see this, you know. So, tell me anybody. Well, we'll do this. This is what I wanted to do. I did it before, and Ross said yeah. So, who wants to see a scene? Well, a small scene. Let's say yes. Let me know. I'm waiting. Who wants to see a scene? I mean, well, a clip anyway. Who wants to see a clip? Say yes. All right. Hell yeah. All right. So I'm going to show a clip. Well, someone say yeah. There we go. All right. So I got Lucida saying let's see. All right. So Lucida says she wants to see something because she missed the other one. So, all right, this is a little longer. It doesn't have like the big old effects and stuff. But this is what I'm talking about. Where, you know, the other one had effects. This don't. But see if you like it. See if it, you know, kind of holds you a little bit. All right. Okay. So let's do it. All right, Wendy, you too. All right, babe. All righty. So hang out with me for a minute. I got my back turned to you, but I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to get it together. So let's see. Let's see if I can give you cats. All right. Let's see where we can start. All right. Ready. Hope you guys can see it pretty good. I'll bring it up a little, well, maybe a little too close. All right, that's good enough. Ready? Just a little piece, all right? And action. No music yet, though.
Sophia, watch out!
By day or by night, I raise my sword to the light. I raise my sword to fight, to protect the kingdom of Mirth, as mother, as my mat.
The effects are not there yet, so that's why you don't see anything.
Commander, you're all clear. Kick her ass. You all right? Yeah. Behind you.
Ah, the famous terrified.
I see you're still on the wrong side of things, Liv.
She's dead. I'm now Rosalind's Quincendian leader, better known as the Painted Guard. And I am going to make certain that you fall.
How did it come to this?
My eyes are open, Tim. Wake up. The Nabatonian life is over. This world belongs to Syl now. Accept it or die, Canon.
Okay, fine.
You choose to die by the hand of an old friend? Then come on!
And that's it. So it's like, so it's, putting it together. You can't see the bed. You can't see the bed. All right, so anybody able to see it, or was it too, well, how was it? My man Michael saying that you couldn't really see it, but who couldn't see it? Could you see it or you couldn't see it? Let me know. The guys who did see it. I mean, anybody who did see it, did you see anything? I mean, was it too bright? Cool, Lucita saw it. All right, so Lucita, you say you can see it, right? All right, anybody else had a problem seeing the video? So Lucia saw it. Tony Solomon, hello, man. Thanks for joining us. So Michael couldn't see it. Lucia saw it. She said, no, I am crazy impressed. Tony said he saw it. If you can't see me, I can see you. Faith says she saw it. So, well, doesn't matter, Mike doing the score on it, so he see it all the time. Sean saw it, I can see it. Yes, sir. Okay, cool. So majority of people saw it, so that's a good thing. It's just to show you a little bit behind the scenes before it's totally done. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Mike's going to see it. He can see it anytime you want. And thanks, Lucita. Yeah, thanks a lot. It's it's a lot to it. When you see things in order, it makes a lot more sense. Obviously, it's just kind of like right now you just see people running around and saying stuff and jumping in the air and whatnot. But this is something that we kind of put together, hoping that people will like the story. I think they will. I mean, I really, really do. And we by the way, does it still look like really white in the back? Am I like blown out in the back? I mean, you can see me, but is everything like blown out? Like, is it? Let me know. Is it really like blown out in the back? Someone tell me. Somebody tell me. Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no. You don't know? Yeah. All right. Okay. So you guys are listeners. All right. I see. You good? All right. Michael said, well, I'm good. All right. So, yep. Mike said I'm good. All right. Cool. But like I said, so anyway, I'm good. Good. My wife says yes. Okay. Lucia says yes. I'm good. All right. Thank you. Just making sure, because on my end, I'm looking like I'm in the clouds. Although you do see the Joker in the back, so that's a good thing. At least I'm still on Earth. So this is what I'm saying. So anyway, like I said, so A World of Worlds, what I'm doing, what I'm directing and writing and the whole deal, is really, really going to be something special. That's what we're going for. And at this level and everything, I think that when you see it, you let me know what you want. And we want to keep that. So this is one of the things I'm looking at, is that we are always looking for donations. You dig what I'm saying? Like if you go to my website at gainsentertainment.com and you know somebody who says, hey, you know what? They're going to have to help with their taxes, because if they do donate, you can always write it off. So understand, anyone that that may be able to donate, or anyone donates for anything, can write this off from a business. So they can just write it off, as helping the arts or contributing to a business of some sort. So, that is what they can do. So just understand, it's not just giving money and you're gone. You're actually giving money, actually helping build another world. Because this is a whole nother world. This is a whole new story, a whole new mythology And you got a bunch of people behind you who just want to keep doing it and just need help doing it. And we all do. We really just want to keep at it. I mean, how many times have you always wanted to do something if you just had a little help? And this is what we're looking at as well. So if you guys love to like donate, you can always go to my website at gainsentertainment.com. There's a little donate button on top. You know, whatever you can give will help, you know, and we want to keep going. There's one thing about art, and all you guys know, my man Rod knows, especially, you know, my man Michael knows, you know, is that, you know, your intellectual property is very important. And this is what, and just keeping that power, number one. And number two, keeping the artistic freedom for whatever you're doing is important. Like, just like having a house. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's still the banks until you pay it off. But it's nothing like paying it off. And this is what we want to do with this. We want to pay this off. We want to make sure that everyone involved said, you know what? If we want to do something, we do it. As fans, as people who want to just see more of it, or just want to say, hey, I got some advice. Yo, you know what? I suggest that you do this, you know? And if we get enough of those, you can actually see it happen, you know? It's kind of like, you know what? Since you guys are saying this, and this is what you want to see, we're going to do our best and we're going to do it. When was the last time you're going to have any type of show in any field, in any level, ever want to listen to anybody besides themselves? And that is what you can give with this. We're going to listen to our fans. We're going to listen to you guys. So if you donate, don't worry about it. We're going to listen. And this is what we're going to help create. And I hope you guys help create this. So I'll be back later on in the week. I'm going to just start doing these. I like having fun. I like seeing you guys. Thank you, Tony, for donating. If you do donate, thank you very much, brother. We need everything we can to keep it going. And you'll be in the credits as well. So if you donate, you're going to be in credits. So that'd be cool. See your name in credits for the rest of your life. So that'd be cool. But again, let me just say thank you all for being on here, for taking a look, for listening to me rant and rave. You know what I'm saying? Just talk about, you know, this movie, everyone involved. I'm going to get more into it later on. You know, go to my site, look at some stuff that we have done. The first one, you can watch also see some of the stills from the new one. You can go on my Facebook page. Obviously, we're on Facebook now. You can see some of the new stuff and things that I've added and stuff. So, you know, and this is the way it's going to be. And think about it. Whatever you do, hey, like my man Tony said, you're going to be immortalized forever. That's one thing about film, you know. I mean, it's a forever thing. You know, if I put you on film and tape you, that's a forever thing. So, you know what? Keep it going. Thank you, Tony, for all the good sayings, brother. I like that. I like that. And so I'll be back again later on during a week or so, whatever like that. I want to thank you all again for joining me and hanging out with me for a little bit and learning more about this production, everybody involved. I'm going to have other live events just talking about filmmaking in general, and also, too, of course, the status of all my episodes and everybody and all the actors. And I even may have some of the actors come in, just guest star with me. You know, we just come and do it like a round table thing and just talk about the stuff. So if you guys want to see that, if you guys want to see like the actors that are in here, maybe after you see the first episode should be out by next month. I mean, the episode 2 should be out by next month. After you see the second episode and you want to like, you know, maybe talk to the actors, something like that, let me know. I got an email. Go to Facebook. Just let me know. We're listening. Trust me. We're listening. We're not those other cats. Trust me. You want something, you see something, is it within reason? I got you. Talk to me. Talk to us. We're here. We're humans, you know? So just say hello. So again, thank you all for coming out, hanging out with me tonight. And let's hang out some more. Let's talk some more. And I'll speak to you guys soon. And again, thank you. And let's hang out later on. All right. Peace!